everybody. It's been a little while since I've been live. Just finishing up a coaching call, so I thought, ooh, I'm going to hop on here and tell a little story about fear. Also, I have announcements. So, for those of you that do not know me, my name is Brittany Budd. I am the facilitator and creator of this amazing group. If you're brand new, welcome. I'm so excited that you're here. We've added like over 100 people in the last 11 days, so that's super exciting. So if you're one of those people, I'm excited that you're here. I'm a mindset and business coach, and I help entrepreneurs to build and scale profitable online businesses. So, fears. Oh my goodness. Okay, so fear of failure seems to be one of the most prominent fears that hold us back from going after what we want. So I want to share with you guys like a little bit of my story and a little bit of, you know, what I've gone through when it comes to being afraid of failing. So I'll go way back. I'll go all the way back to graduating high school. Yuck. I did not love high school. It was not my favorite. But a lot of you guys don't know about me that I actually went to university for business, and I was always one of those people that just like did well academically. If you were like meet my dad, one of the first things that he would do if he met you would be to whip out his wallet and take out a laminated piece of newspaper clipping of me in the 7th grade, where I won every single academic award that the school offered, which was 14. It also made me a giant loser. Nobody liked me. Nobody wanted to be my friend, because I was just like a huge nerd. And so, because that kind of thing came naturally to me at a young age, as I got older, I had to put in more effort. And because of that, it always made me really afraid that I was never going to be that good ever again. And so I went into business to get like a business degree, and it was not fun. Like, I did not enjoy myself. Calculus really like kicked the shit out of me. And so it did not take long for me to like fall into a depressive state. So like I was diagnosed with depression, clinical depression, when I was 11 years old. So having all of this pressure on me, where I was getting my butt kicked by calculus, made me like I say, I spiraled. And I ended up flunking out of university, which you're probably like, oh, okay, this chick says she's a business coach and she flunked out of university. Okay, but like calculus kicked my butt. And I'm like, who uses calculus? My calculus professor was so smart that he invented a formula. Like, anyway. So I ended up flunking out of university doing business. And it's because I was like so afraid of doing poorly, of like trying really hard and still sucking, that I ended up in this vicious loop where I was like, I couldn't do the work because I was afraid that if I did the work and I still sucked, then that meant that I super sucked. But at least not doing the work, like I had the excuse, right? Of course I suck, I didn't do the work, duh. And so I ended up being kicked out of university, and that was for a whole year. I was not allowed to return to the university for a whole year. And so I had to go get a job at a call center. And then I applied to go back to university. And because I had all F's on my transcripts, I had to go in front of like an appeals court of the dean of all the different departments and some students, and basically explain to them that like I had like a mental break and to please take all of my F's off of my transcripts because I just didn't go to class. And so I won that appeal, and I returned to school for like biopsychology. Like I applied to science, and I have a pre-med degree. And so, you know, I tried really hard, and I wasn't on the dean's list or anything, but I then turned around and sabotaged myself again because I was afraid of failing. I wanted so badly to be a doctor. As I was getting close to graduating with my degree, I spent like $400 to get the best MCAT book, the Medical College Admissions Test book. I bought fancy Post-its, notes, and tabbies, like pretty tabs. I spent like $300 more to set up my exam time. Like, you had to pay to write the exam. It's also like 3 hours away or more. 5 hours? Like 5 hours away. So I had to book a hotel. And then guess what I did, you guys? I did not open the book. Never opened it once. Well, I did open it once to put my pretty tabbies in, and then I never opened it again. And so when I drove down to write my exam, like, you can guess what happened. I failed. Of course I failed. I set myself up for failure because I had the excuse that I never opened the book. Of course I failed. What person would pass a medical college admissions test without opening the book? It's impossible. I'm not a child genius. I'm not a prodigy. And so I set myself up to fail because I was so afraid that if I tried and failed, like, everyone would know, and everyone would think I was stupid, and I would never bounce back. But at least I had this crutch. So when I did fail, like, of course I failed. Makes sense. And so I'm telling you these stories of self-sabotage because I was so afraid of failing, because so many women that I talk to are so afraid that they're gonna fail. They're afraid to start out in their businesses because they don't want to fail, and a lot of them have families, and they're putting money out, and they really need their business to make money because they have a family that they need to support and help with, and it's a lot of pressure. And so this fear of, if I step outside of this box that I've got myself in and I fail, like, my life is basically over. And I'm sharing all of this about myself because the fear of failure is really not that scary, you guys. It super sucks. Because I've been there. Obviously, I've been there. The fear of regret should be a lot scarier. I really regret not even trying to study for that MCAT. I regret not knowing how I would have done if I tried. Would I have passed? Maybe. Probably. I am smart. I'm very fucking smart. But I totally sabotaged myself into failing because I had that crutch. And so when you're faced with this decision, I'm scared of failing. Do I do this with my business? Do I step out? Do I hire this coach? Do I join this company? Do I invest this money because I'm so scared of failing? The fear of regret needs to be a hell of a lot scarier than the fear of failure. Because when you fail, you've learned something. Every time you fail, it's a new experience. It's a new learning experience. It's a new opportunity to go, okay, well, that didn't work. How am I going to do it different this time? And I see so many women say, you know what? I've done X, Y, and Z in the past, and it just didn't work out. And so I'm hesitant to start a new business, or I hired a coach before and things didn't go the way I thought they would. And so I'm hesitant to hire a new coach. And yeah, there are shitty coaches out there for sure. But how are you going to be different this time so that you can ensure your success? The fear of regret of not doing the things needs to be far more terrifying than the fear of failure. Because at least when you're failing, you're doing something. Okay? So that's what I want to share with you guys tonight. Just don't let fear keep lying to you. Let regret drive you. Which I know sounds so evil. But honestly, I'm more afraid of missing out, man. The FOMO is real. But honestly, the things that you have for your life, these dreams you have, it's far worse at the end of your life to go, wow, why didn't I do that? What was I so afraid of? What if it had worked? Yes, Brittany, how are you going to be different? I ask people this on intake calls all the time. Particularly when they talk about joining different companies and, oh, it's never worked. And the husbands it's always the husbands. We got to point our fingers at the husbands sometimes and say, my husband's not super supportive because I failed so many times, or I didn't do the work that I said I was going to do. And so things didn't go the way that we thought. And it's not your coach's job to make you successful. It's your job. How are you going to be different? How are you going to show up differently? What steps are you going to take? You keep saying this time's going to be different. Tell me how. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys today. I don't really know why. I just felt like it was kind of lengthy talking about myself, but we got there in the end, didn't we? So just like a couple of announcements, you guys. I don't know if you guys have seen it posted in this group, but next Wednesday, I'm going to be doing the group growth workshop again. It was so popular last time. It's 534 women enrolled. This time we've got like over 100 so far. I've dabbled in ads, which has been kind of cool. So if you want to participate this time, make sure you go to brittanybudd.com/free group growth. All one word. And register your spot. If you don't register, you don't get the replay. But if you do register and you're not able to attend live, you will be able to get the replay. Also, I wanted to let you guys know that I have 4 spots left for coaching with me. I have 1 spot that just opened up for May. And then I've got 3 spots for June. And then my rates are going up. Like, they're doubling. So if you have been wanting to work with me and waiting to work with me, I encourage you, now is the time. So brittanybudd.com/strategy will give you my calendar to book a strategy session with me. Like, this is what I do. I take people's businesses and I help them scale them online doing like school hours, like part-time hours. It doesn't take all day to grow your business, but if you are wanting to scale your business to consistent 5K, consistent 10K, or even more a month, then I'm the person that can help you get there. Let's face it, if you could do it on your own, you would have done it by now. 1 conversation with me is all it takes. This is like my superpower. I look at people's businesses and I can very quickly say, I can see what's wrong here. And here's how we can fix it so that you are making those income goals that you want to be making. And then we'll talk about like what it looks like to have a coaching relationship with me, which is a lot of fun. So make sure you do that. And if you have any friends or colleagues or anybody that you think could really benefit from the workshop, make sure you send them that link. I'll drop it in the comments, and keep your eye out for the posts about it, because I've been posting about it just like in the body of the group. So check that out. And also, I'm doing a FabFitFun giveaway as soon as we hit 3,000, and we are less than 600 members away. So everyone that invites, there's like a whole thing that you got to do. It's not lengthy, but you got to like tag someone and tell me what you love about the group, and then invite someone new. And then, like I say, as soon as we hit 3,000, boom, summer FabFitFun box right for you. So check that out. That's pinned to the announcements. I hope you guys have an amazing night, and I'll chat to you later.